Good morning and welcome to my garden. My name is Rhoda. I'm so glad you could join me. I wanted to show you what is going on in my garden, and we are in the autumn season, so we just finished summer and we are in the autumn. And so these are the few plants that survived the summer and they are thriving in autumn. I'll just take you around and show you what is growing in here. So to start with, we have the kales, the African kales. They are the ones that I hear they are also called thousand head scales or something. I'm not so sure. Don't quote me on that one. But yeah, so these are African kales. They are healthy, luscious. They grow with the suckers. So what I did most of the summer was to prune some of the suckers so that the leaves can be nice and strong. And then beneath them we have the blue kales or curled kales. These ones, they really survived the summer. It was so hot, but now the rains were back a few days ago and they're starting to get healthy. And then below them we have the cowpeas, kunde in Swahili. This is kunde. It did very well, actually. I did not expect. I've tried a few in the past. I tried to plant in different seasons to see which season the kunde thrives, but I think it thrives in heat with water as well. So I planted it towards the end of summer and it's doing very well, as you can see. I planted it in 2 stages, so we've been eating this one in the first stage and now there's the other ones at the back that are sprouting. And then beneath it I have some managus coming up. Can you see? They're nice, luscious and healthy. So I'm trying to transplant the seedlings as well. As you can see, I've transplanted a few seedlings from the managu. They grew from the previous batch that I had planted here, and so this was the firstborn of them. Is doing very well. Then behind it we have the coriander. I have few patches of coriander. This is the first one to sprout on its own. Some seedlings went to the ground, and so when the rains come they sprouted, but I have planted some at the front row here that you cannot see at the moment because they are yet to sprout. And then behind it I have some onions. They are not spring onions. I can't remember the name, but they are either they're chives or leaf garlic. Like, they don't put the bulbs, but they smell like garlic. I can't remember the exact name. And so that is what is growing in there. I have been learning about the concept of covering the ground to make sure that every part of the ground is covered. That way I minimize the weeds, and I see it's working. That's why you can see different layers of plants in the garden. Behind the kales here, if you can show them, I have some Thai chili. They're nice and hot, and I also love the color that they bring to the garden. The leaves are green and then they go to purplish, but also the chili starts as purple and then it will start to redden slowly, and some of them go to yellow and then red, but this one goes purple and then red when it is mature. And you can see the flowers are very beautiful purplish color, so it brings a bit of color in my garden, which I'm trying to work on so that by the time it is spring the flowers are out on the garden. So I planted only 2 chilies because we don't eat them a lot. We eat them but not a lot. And so there's another Thai chili at the back there sprouting, and behind them there are also a few seedlings coming on. I think it's the managu. I have the managu seedling just sprouting by themselves, and that tells me how healthy the soil is and sprouting. As we move on to this one, I think if you've seen the shots, you saw that I planted the I'll take this one. If you saw one of my shots on the channel, I showed you guys when I was planting this custard apple. I found it in the market in the farmers market, and so I bought it. I'm hopeful that it will grow. They told me it takes 2 years to produce fruit. So we are in 2026. In the next 2 years, I'm hoping it will have produced some fruit for us to eat. And then here, I don't have a very big garden, but it really produces that I'm able to eat and also share and sell actually sometimes when it is it's produced quite abundantly. Down here I have the saga spider plant, I think in English, but this is saga. It's very nice. I love it. This is my favorite. It grew on its own and I nurtured it. It's very healthy. We have harvested maybe 3 or 4 times. This one plant with a little bit of spinach will be enough for the whole of my family. And so it's been growing. I'm growing it to harvest some more seeds because it's very rare to find it in this land. And so I want to keep the seeds going, and because they are organic as well, I grow all my veggies organically, so I try to preserve the seeds for the next season. I have a few more of these in the back, in the sacks or container garden at the back. I will show you in my next video what is growing there, and so I have a few more of this saga at the back as well. And then this one here is the last. It was also part of the batch of these kales, but because it was summer and it was so hot and I didn't want to use a lot of water to keep the garden going, I let this one be without water, and actually they survived. As you can see, the leaves are small but they are alive, they didn't die. And so the rains came, they have started to germinate, to grow healthy. As you can see, the leaves are coming back, a little bit of the leaves yellow, but they are nice and soft, and they will grow healthy and just like the others. That brings me to the end of the video today. If you like this kind of content, and if you like to see what is growing in my next patch of the land, please like, subscribe and share this content, and let's engage. Watch out for the next video. See you next time. Bye bye.